All right, welcome back to Fix It Up. Today we got this V7 right here, which I'm planning on being the giveaway car for 500 subs, which we are really close to 400. Actually, looking at it now, we have hit 400, so thank you guys so much for that. So once we hit 500, I am planning on giving this away, but there is one thing that I've been realizing. I can't do a full giveaway because in this game, to sell a car through contracts, you need to sell it for at least 80% of its value. Which once we fix this thing up, we can go over to the NPC, see what the value is, see what 80% of it would be. So you would have to have at least that much money, but you would be getting it for a lot cheaper than buying it from anybody else. So it still would be a really good deal, which I'm also going to be putting this 4.0 right here that I just took out of a Camaro. I'll be putting that into it. So I don't know exactly what engine it has in it right now, but I'm not even going to worry about that. We're just going to bring this 4.0 over, fix that up, get some spark plugs for it, and we can beef this thing out a little bit and make it a really good car for one of you guys. And obviously you guys could, whoever gets it could switch it up for whatever they want. You could do whatever you want with it, change the color, change the wheels, change anything, change the engine. Doesn't matter to me. I just thought it would be a really cool way of saying thank you for 500 subs as giving something away like this for pretty cheap. So I'll figure out what kind of color I want on this thing. I mean, we could just go with a nice normal, everybody might like a nice little gray on the Audi. I think it looks good. We'll do that. We'll get some tint going on this thing. We'll just dark it out all the way. 5% tint. And then we can bring this thing right over and fix it up. I said the thing. I said the name of the game. That's pretty funny. But we don't need this engine in there. There's an inline 4, it looks like. That will be used I'll probably end up throwing that into the Camaro to sell. But for now, we can get this thing going, get this all cleaned up, and then we can work on the other stuff. I didn't buy a new turbos and anything, which I will end up buying some turbos for it. All right, and with everything finishing up, we can throw all of this into here, put this whole engine together. But yeah, I think I'll deck this thing out fully. The 8-speed DCT, put bags on it, everything, make it look as good as I think it can get. And then we can test it out on the drag strip. And I'll say the main rules for the giveaway: make sure you're subscribed, make sure you have public subscriptions on so that way I can see that you're subscribed. We gotta come here first. We gotta buy some turbos, get this gotta take the old intake out, put some turbos in there, and then we gotta take this. I already took the transmission out, so I gotta just buy the new one. We'll throw that thing in there. I'm also not sure if tunes stay in the car from when you sell it or not, but I am gonna go tune this thing up, get it 13,000 horsepower, or not 13,000, that would be crazy. 1,300 horsepower, that's what I meant to say. First, we'll throw some wheels on it because these are quite wide. We'll make it look good with that. Oh, I forgot to do airbags. I always forget that. If it's not one thing, it's always another thing I always forget. It's either transmissions or airbags. I'll always forget about these cars. I want to make sure this thing is as luxury as possible. No zip ties used on this thing. We'll get the air suspension. We'll make sure we put that thing in there. There we go. Now we're not forgetting anything, I don't think. Now I can go do the wheels and then we can tune it and then we can test it out a little bit. All right, pulling up to the wheel shop. Not too sure what I want to go for on this thing. I'm thinking some chrome wheels. Depends what kind of options we got. Definitely don't want these big wide boys on there though. I always forget that I can just teleport and delete them right there. They should delete. I don't know. We'll see if they delete. Let's get some wheels for this thing. I think I might just go with some of these. So we'll get a little 20, 240. And I'm pretty sure this is the size I have on my other V5. So I think this should work just fine. I might as well do all 4. There we go. That's all of them done. Hopefully this is the right size because I did buy 4 of them. Put all of those on. They might be a little bit too wide. Maybe it was a 230. I don't know. I'll have to lower it on the bags and see. I don't know. I guess it probably was a 240 then. Those are like perfect. Take this thing out in the daylight, see what it looks like. Oh, there's a 0.5. I'll pick up that E60 real quick. Let's get a little look at this thing in the light. I do like that. That's not bad. I'll go grab that E60 and then we can head right over to tune this thing. Get this making a lot of power and then test out the time and everything on it. There it is right there. I can always look for them easy with the black tops. I'll buy that. My garage limit is not full, dog. You're big capping to me right now. All right, we're going to sell this RF3 that we have with the diesel engine just to clear up some room for that E60. I do like how this RF3 came out though, but I need some room and I need some money. So I'll sell that thing real quick. And then we'll get right back into the V7. All right. Hopefully no good spawns interrupt my trip down to the tune shop, because I will need to fix up some car and then sell it if a good car spawns that I need to buy. I guess this thing maxes out at 155. So that's not terrible, but there is definitely some I've had that go even over 200. At least the R8 I know goes over 200. Also, what speed does the spoiler come up at? Because I just noticed that 60, because it went down at 60. I'm sure right here it'll come back up at 60, around 60, 70. This thing comes up. I do like that they have some cars that do that. This, the A5, and I think the R8 might do it too. I'm not sure, but we're pulling into the Dyno tune shop so we can get this thing tuned, get it making a bunch of power. Go 35, 65, and then 350s. And then we save that, and then we'll bring it up on the dyno just to make sure it's making 1350 horsepower. It should be though. We'll click start on this. We didn't get any spawns that I need to rush back for, so that's good. Obviously it's an Audi, so it's all-wheel drive. All the Audis in this game are all-wheel drive, which definitely makes them faster for drag racing. So this is definitely going to be a good drag racing car. 1350, 1221.7. Might be able to raise that torque up with a bit of mixture of the numbers, I'm not sure. But it's definitely over 1300 horsepower, so that's what we were looking for. And I'm pretty sure this thing doesn't have any body parts for it, but we might as well swing over here to check since we're in the city and gotta grab gas anyways, because it's already a half tank. Yeah, no body parts. I'm waiting for the day where they actually touch this body part store again. They haven't done anything with it since I started playing, because I started playing when the Mustang and the Porsche were in the auctions. So, and the last thing they added was the Mustangs first, but they don't even have a tag on the name. So we'll head over to the drag strip and then we can test what this thing runs. All right, we'll give this a few runs down the strip. We'll see what we can run with it. I'm sure it'll be pretty good. It's an Audi and it's got 1350 horsepower. As long as I can get a good run going, we should get a really good time. 579 first run. I definitely think it could get under a 5.5, or at least around there. We might as well give it another go, see if I can do that. See if I can build up boost in time. Get a good launch. A little early on that first shift. Those ones were all pretty good though. 554. There we go. Might as well give it one more for the third luck's the charm, or third time's the charm, whatever they say. And we got another 2%. That is not the Yaris. That is very unfortunate. Don't know what's going on with that. And a bit slower that time, 573. Faster than the first time, slower than the second time. So we got down to a 554. If you're better than me at drag racing, and which shouldn't be too difficult, I'm not the greatest, but I'm sure you could get it a little faster than that. Give it a little drift test around this, which I'm even worse at than drag racing, but hopefully we can at least get a good slide going a little bit. Not really. I mean, it's all-wheel drive, so it's not the best at drifting anyways. But we'll bring it over to the NPC over here, see how much it sells for, and then we can try and figure out what the price would be for the giveaway. So it sells for 94,194. So once we have 500 subs and do the giveaway, the cheapest price I'd be able to give it away for would be 75,355. So I'd have to round that up to 75,356. So that would be the cheapest price I could give it away for. That's still a really good deal, I'd say, for the V7 if you can't get it to spawn. And even if you already have one, you could still end up flipping it if you wanted to, sell it to someone else for more, make a bit of profit. I think it came out looking really good. I think I like this one more than I like my other A7 that I built. So if you're looking to get an A7 and you haven't gotten one to spawn, or if you want to get one just to either flip yours or flip this one, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because once we have 500, we'll be doing a giveaway on this thing. And like I said, the cheapest price would have to be at least a little bit over 75,000. So make sure you have that. I wish I could do a full giveaway because that would make it a lot better and a lot easier, but that's the cheapest I could do for it. And that's the most kind of giveaway thing I could do. But it's got wheels on it. It's on bags. It's got a fully tuned V8 4.0 with twin turbos, and it runs under 6 seconds pretty consistently. So what else would you really need? But yeah, I think that about wraps it up. There's not much else we can really do with it. There's no body parts for it or anything. We've already tuned it, tinted it, transmission, everything. It's a pretty good car. So if you're looking for a new car for your collection, definitely subscribe. We're getting real close to 500. Right now, at the time of this recording, we're at 409. So all we need is 91 more subscribers, and then we'll hit the goal, and then we can get rid of this thing and give it to one of you guys. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe to enter this giveaway. And yeah, join the Discord. I'll have that linked in the description. I have a car sales tab in there, and there's a bunch of other cool stuff you could do in there. So make sure to join that. And until next time, peace out.